morning, everyone. So welcome to the December 12th, 2024 Board of Police Commissioners meeting. We'll start with the land acknowledgement. We acknowledge that we are on the traditional lands of Treaty 4 territory, a treaty that's signed with 35 First Nations across southern Saskatchewan and parts of Alberta and Manitoba, and the original lands of Cree, Saulteaux, Dakota, Lakota, and the homeland of Métis Nation. The city of Regina owes its strength and vibrancy to these lands and the diverse indigenous people whose ancestors' footsteps have marked this territory, as well as the settlers from across the world who continue to be welcomed here and call Regina home. So with that, we are going to be asking for approval of public agenda. So can I have Alicia? Thank you. Is anyone opposed? Seeing none, hearing none. Carried. Can I have a motion to approve the minutes from the meeting held on October 15, 2024? Okay, Robert. Thank you. Anyone opposed? Hearing none, seeing none. Carried. We have, for the public agenda, we have only one report, which is PO 24-28. So can I ask Chief to introduce the report, please?
Yes, good morning. First, I want to welcome all the new guests here. Councillors, Mayor, welcome, and we look forward to working alongside and with you in taking, Regina, make it a better and safer place. So welcome here, and we'll do the formal introductions later on as well. Yeah, you got some of the data in front of you, so I'll just give you a little summary of November, and I'll mix that with some year-to-date figures so you can link it into how we're performing compared to what we did for the last 12 months. November 24 showed a year-to-date decrease of 1.2% of crimes against the persons. And it's not significant, but it's still 40 fewer victims of crime. Crimes against property saw a decrease of 7.5%, and that's more significant. That's 841 fewer victims of crime. There's been a decrease of 6.2% in robberies, 19 fewer victims of robberies. Decrease of 22.7% in attempt murders, and 50% decrease in homicides this year compared to this time last year. So again, that's good news, and I credit some of my teams, well, all my teams, in the work they've done there. Decrease to 21.5% in break and enter reports. That's 346 fewer victims of B&E in the last 12 months. There's also been a decrease of 13.6% of theft of motor vehicles, which is 83 fewer victims of crime. In regards to arsons, we've still got an increase. Arsons, we've got 29.4% increase. But for the members that were here earlier in the beginning of the year, in February, we had a 69% increase. So we're starting to claw it back, but majority of the arsons are to bins, not to structures. So again, we're doing some work with the city and the fire to try to keep those numbers down. And I just want to highlight some high-profile arrests and work that we've done in that month as well. November the 15th, following months of investigations, 2 males were charged with a second-degree murder that related to investigation from June of this year. Both males await trial. In regards to robbery, November the 6th, police attended a robbery in progress at a business in North Regina. A male patron was leaving. He was assaulted by 2 other males who demanded his money. Patrol, with the help of our canine units, were able to track those suspects, detain them, arrest and charge them both with robbery. And the victim had minor injuries. November the 27th, police were dispatched to business in 2100 block of 11th Avenue for a report of robbery in progress. Female approached the victim outside the entrance of the business, threatened them and stole their belongings. Police were able to arrest one female and charged her with robbery. November 15th, police were dispatched to North Regina to report the female had been assaulted by 3 other people. A foot pursuit resulted in the arrest of 2 males and 1 female. The accused was found in possession of a knife, loaded firearm. All 3 were arrested and charged. In regards to drugs, November the 14th, 2 search warrants were executed by Regina Drug Unit, SWAT and canine, resulting in the arrest of 1 male who was found to have a kilogram of cocaine on his person. and possession of another kilo of cocaine, cash, and items associated to drug trafficking. He was charged with 6 offences. Regards to theft, November the 15th, police were dispatched to a complaint of 2 miles north Regina, appeared to be breaking into a compound. When police arrived, it was learned that the vehicle the suspects were driving was stolen. Suspects were located with copper wire, 2 flatbed trailers, tools, a drone, and a mask in their possession. Both males were arrested and charged. Overdoses, officers have to attend a number of overdoses every month. The good news, they're coming down, and year to date, significant reduction compared to last year, which is good news. But any overdose is one too many. Police have responded to 12 overdoses in November. 6 were fatal, and Narcan was administered by officers on 1 of those occasions, successfully saving a life. We work alongside the government with regards to a complex need shelter, and for the new members here, up until June or June the 30th, we didn't have a complex need shelter. So a lot of people who were coming into custody would be staying in cells throughout the night, and then released and often end up back in the cells. But now, with the use of complex needs shelter, they've got suitably trained people there that we're able to take some people to. So in September, we took 60 people there, and rather than coming to our cells. October 53 and November 71. So again, it's positive because we're not in a position yet to do a review to see how well it's been working, but we will do to see how many people we take to the complex needs shelters and how many people get the support they need. And these are vulnerable people we're talking about, who are either drunk, alcoholics, or on drug addictions. Community events, there was a lot of community events in November. Coffee with a Cop, McDonald's at Victoria Avenue, Santa Claus Parade, Smart Cookie Campaign with Tim Hortons, All Out policing initiative that we've been doing for the last 5 months, where a lot of us cops go out and patrol for a day, and we engage, interact, and as well as do some enforcement. And obviously the agribition that was in the last week of November. So overall, what I'd want to share year to date, we've seen a lot of progress when it comes to tackling some crimes. We've seen some real positive results when it comes to homicides and other matters, and we're maximising using of our partners to try to do things a little better. And that's the summary of what I want to present today.
Thank you, Chief. Does the board have any questions on the report? Go ahead, Robert.
I'll just echo those sentiments. If we look at entering our end of the year here, total crimes against the person are down, total crimes by 6.1, drugs and substances 8.4, calls for service 4.8. So we're seeing very good trends, slowly closing off 2024, and hopefully that takes us into good prospects into 2025. So my thank you for the work on that, and thanks.
Anybody else? Well, from my perspective, I will echo what Robert said as well. For many longest time that this is the first time I'm seeing a lot of negatives on the statistics, which is great. And I noticed that on the arson side, you have added a new category of bin fire, which is a good thing to do. That way we can track it and isolate versus the structure, because I think because of some recent, last year I believe there was an arson to the church and other instances that caught some negative attention for our city, which is unfortunate. But I'm not saying that, suggesting that bin fire is still acceptable, but it will give that isolation and provide a little bit of better context and better story to be told to the public about that, so which is great. So thank you for all the good work and hard work that this city as a service provide to the citizens. So thank you for that. Well, with that, can I have a motion to receive and file the report? Thank you, Councillor. I'll call the question. Is anyone opposed? Hearing none, seeing none, carried. So can I have a resolution for the private session, please? Thank you. Well, we'll recess for 20 minutes and we'll for the media scrum, and I will meet after that for the private session. Thank you, everyone.